Hello, prepare for a rant. My name is GamerFox500, also known as G3, also known as many other things. Probably bitch, or triggered gold 3 player. Okay, now, I have some things to talk about. I believe that AD items, compared to AP items, are way understated, or AP items are overstated. You can pick whatever you want. So, this entire rant of mine came from I was one shot one too many times by an AP champion when I was playing AD carry, which was my main role until a few years back where I swapped to top lane. Because top lane, has Kled and Aatrox and those kind of champions, and they're pretty good. Now, I was playing AD carry again, and I was like, man, I'd say AD carry's so fun. You could CS, you could fight team fights, you could burst tanks. Like, why did I ever stop? And then a brand support came into my game, and he one-shot me level 4. I'm like, okay. But it's okay, I just have to dodge skill shots. Then he got a Leandre's Torment and a RYLIAS, and I was like, why does he have fucking 200 damage? This is dumb. He spent, like, no gold at all on that, so... And then I was bitching to my friends, like, oh, AP items are fucking overstated. He's like, I know, they're actually pretty balanced, you should look it up. And I was like, I call fucking bullshit. So I went in, and I looked at some of the items, and this is what I found. So... the main two items that an AD carry would build to negate magic damage is Maw of the Malmortius and Mercurial Scimitar. These two items kinda suck compared to the AP counterparts. So the main AP counterparts to this is ZONYAS and Banshee's Veil. They are the two items that compare the strongest to these two items. So we'll quickly just put a Banshee Veil right here next to Maw of the Malmortius. Then we'll get a ZONYAS Hourglass. We'll remove that. Put that next to the Mercurial. Like, nice and juicy, right? So, Maw of the Malmortius is an item that costs 3,250 gold. It gives you 50 attack damage, 50 magic resist, 10 cooldown reduction, and a shield for 350 health. And when you are below that, and when the shield is triggered, you get an extra 20 damage and 10% lifesteal. Now, this does fucking nothing, because as an AD carry, when you get hit down to 30% HP by a mage, you're probably fucking dead, because they probably hit you with a CC. Like, an Ahri hit you with a charm, it doesn't matter if you go to that shield, they will one-shot you right through that shit. So, if we don't think about, like, the lifeline part, just remove that, then this item is trash. But if we add, the lifeline part, and it kinda is okay statted, but it has a few problems. So, let's look at the item that's most similar to, to Maw of the Malmortius, which is Banshee's Veil. That costs 250 less gold. It gives more damage. Even if you factor in the bonus 20 damage that you get from the buff, it's still less damage by 5. It gives 10% less magic resist, the same cooldown, no lifesteal though, but mages don't fucking need that because they have Ravenous Hunter. And it gives you a shield that blocks any spell once every 40 seconds. That is pretty much better than a fucking 300 HP shield. So, why is this item so cheap compared to this, and why does it do more damage? So a lot of people will hit me right now with, well, characters start with, they start with AD, but they don't start with any AP, so AP items need to have, more AP to catch up to AD items. So, like, AD do more damage than AP in early game. I know. Yeah, you're right, but you're wrong. It's like, AP champions also start with base AD. And that base AD is sometimes higher than most AD carries. So their auto attacks still fucking hurt. But they also have a Doran's Ring, or a Spell Thief's Edge. And their abilities usually do more damage than an auto attack does at low level. Have you ever been hit by a brand W at level 1? That shit hurts. Hurts way more than a simple auto attack or two. So, what about the other item? What's the other item that people would usually build as an AD carry? Well, they will build Quicksilver Sash. because no one built this fucking shit unless it's the late game. So, let's quickly move this item up, because both of these items have two basic items that you buy, or like the resistance, and some, you know, and then build into another item. But here's the difference. You can rush ZONYAS and do okay damage. You can rush Mercurial and laugh at you failing to kill minions. So here's the thing. Mercurial Scimitar costs 500 gold more. Gives 50 attack damage, 35 magic resist, and 10 lifesteal. So if we just go back to this old comparison, it does way less damage than Banshee's Veil. Way less fucking magic resist by a lot. Like a lot. That's 45%. No, not 45, I'm stupid. 25 less if you compare it to Banshee's Veil in magic resist. And it gives 10% cooldown, which is basically 10% lifesteal. But we're not talking about Banshee's Veil, we're talking about ZONYAS. So what does ZONYAS give you? It gives you 75 ability power. It's way more than 50. It gives you 45 armor. 10% more armor. Gives you cooldown reduction. It also gives you one of the best active items in the game. I would argue that QSS is not as good as ZONYAS. But whatever. Let's look at these two items. You know, the main parts of the item. So QSS for 1,300 gold gives you 30 magic resist, and it gives you the active. Doesn't have a shorter cooldown or anything. It's just the active. It doesn't have any damage and no lifesteal. So let's look at Seekers, which is 200 gold cheaper, but it doesn't have the ZONYAS active. This piece of shit gives you 45 armor and 35 ability power if it's fully stacked up with the passive. What? You didn't know that Seeker's Arm Guard had a passive because you just directly upgraded into ZONYAS? Well, killing a unit gives this 0.5 bonus armor and magic resist. Bonus armor and ability power. So if you kill 30 minions, which is really hard for a silver player, boom, you do more damage. It's almost like it's a Nasus Q or something. Or a Veigar Q. Or, I don't know, Cyan W, or it still gives health, I don't know, I don't play Cyan. But G3, then you don't get the active item. Well, ZONYAS Hourglass is something that you can buy. You can just buy this. And then you have a stopwatch. Pretty good. Remove this fucking item from the game. Yeah, but, it's like, it's not really fair of you comparing these two items, even though one of them is built to counter attack damage, and one of them is built to counter magic damage. This one does more damage, even though it's cheaper, and it has a better active, and it has better stats compared to this item. It's more fair if you compare it to Guardian Angel. Oh, well, let's do that. Let's compare it to Guardian Angel. Why don't we? It's great. So, we'll get our Guardian Angel. So, this item is 100 gold cheaper than ZONYAS. It gives 45 attack damage and 40 armor. And a useless passive. And if you just look at this, it's less armor, less damage, no attack speed, no cooldown reduction, no lifesteal, no nothing. And a passive that is basically useless if you're versus a mage, because if Ari hits you with the E, and then she hits you with the Q, and then she hits you with your W and you die, then she could just sit there and wait for her cooldowns, and the moment you snap out of that Guardian Angel, you're hit by a charm again, and you're dead, and now you have a 300 fucking second cooldown, compared to ZONYAS 120 seconds. Why is it double the time for a weaker effect? That's dumb! But G3, you can have stopwatch, and then you can lower Guardian Angel's cooldown. Guess what? You can do that for ZONYAS too. That's not an argument. Get the fuck out of here. So, like, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. So the main items that needs to be changed, in my opinion, to be buffed, have better stats, is these two items. Or nerf AP items. Nerf this, and for the fucking love of God, nerf this. If we go to damage, like, we'll go to damage, right? And we look at what damage item is close to 2,600 gold. The closest AD item that you could buy that is close to 2,600 gold is a seal item that doesn't do any damage, so we're ignoring that. It's just attack speed. But I crit. Fuck that. We want to look at damage. You have Mana Moon. They have 35 attack damage and 25 compared to 300 HP and 900 ability power. But let's look at something that's just a bit more like flat damage. What's the closest AD item that we could do? That will be one of the Lord Dominics, or like the Last Whispers. So you get 45 attack damage, grievous wounds and 25, or no grievous wounds and 35. So why does Lord Dominics do half the fucking damage of RYLIAS for 200 less gold? For 200 more gold? Why, oh god, why is this item so fucking strong? It does more than Leandre's damage. GLP does less damage. Like, the only difference here is that you get mana instead of HP and then cooldown reduction. Just 20 cooldown reduction. His ass haste. But, yeah. Why, oh god, why is RYLIAS an item? So, like, I decided to make a standard AP-AD build, right? And to make it fair, I didn't take the extremely fucking overstated RYLIAS Scepter. So that's not part of the build, right? Because this item, you have to agree, this is fucking overstated. Why does it do 90 ability power? This item is so dumb. Or so cheap. This item, if you remove the buff that Rabadon's gives you, this item has 30 less ability power as a BF sword. From Rabadon's fucking death cap. That's so dumb. Imagine if 80 carries had an item, right? That cost... How much does Rabadon's cost? Let's see here. Rabadon's Fedora costs 3,600. And let's say you had an item that would cost 2,500 gold. And it would do 20 less damage than a Bloodthirster. But it would also have bonus health. And it would also have a slow on your auto attacks. Wow. It's almost like that would be broken if Frozen Mallet had that much damage. And less HP. So, here's the 80 build. It goes Merc Treads. So normally you wouldn't buy Merc Threads as an 80 carry, you would buy Berserker Greaves. But I decided to add Merc Threads to show you how stupidly low your magic resist really is. So you have two MR items. You have a Guardian Angel, you got Maw, you got Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, you got a Bloodthirster. You can remove Phantom Dancer and add any other AD item like Runans or Static Shiv, but if you want more defensive, then you go Phantom Dancer. And the AP build goes Sorcerer's Boots, Banshee's Veil, goes ZONYAS Hourglass, goes under 20, goes Rabadon's Fedora, goes and this, and this. So if I wanted to be that guy, let's say that they don't have that much penetration, or like that much stuff, you could just swap out Morello for a RYLIAS, and that's another 20 AD. For the exact same HP cost, by the way, but whatever, we're ignoring that. So I have a notepad ready, so I'm gonna flash it on screen here. So the AD build, this build right here, it does... Sorry, I'm stupid. It gives you 255 attack damage, 75 magic resist, 50 crit, while your crit does 25% more damage. It gives you 50 move speed, because of the seal and the boots. 30% attack speed, 20 life steal, and then it gives you a 700 shield when you add the Bloodthirster and the Maw. And it gives you a useless revive. This costs 16,000 gold and 16,650 gold, right? So let's look at the AP build. The AP build gives 574 fucking AP. It gives you 33 magic pen. It also gives you grievous wounds, which reduces an 80 carries healing by 40%, so Bloodthirster is basically useless. It also gives you 40% magic penetration. So not only do you get 33 penetration from your boots and your Morellonomicon, you also get 40% magic penetration. It gives you 45 armor. Wow, that's more than the ADE's armor. Gives you cooldown to 20%. That's kind of equal to, the 20% lifesteal. Gives you 45 move speed, a bit slower. It also gives you one of the best fucking actives and one of the best passives in the game. But it gives you... Like, if you look at here, the only reason that the AD page has more magic resist... than the other page is because of the 25 magic resist bonus from the boots. If we remove 25 magic resist from the AD page, you have 50 magic resist. This guy, the AP character right here, has a 40% automatic magic penetration, but also 33 magic penetration, while having 574 fucking AP. With 20% CDR, so he's gonna spam spells, and you better block that shit or dodge it, because you're dead. So what's the price of this? It's less than the 80 build. This is my problem. An AP can build about the same items, gain more value from all of those items, gain better actives, and just better stats overall for less money. Why? Like, if I were to remove the Grievous Wounds, right? And I would add RYLIAS Crystal Scepter, that would knock off 400 gold from the build. It would remove the Grievous Wounds, but it will also give you fucking 90 to 70. It would give you 20 more damage, and that would mean that Rabadon's buffs even more. So you would get 20 more damage, and that damage is also buffed by 40%. You see how dumb this is? And now a lot of people say, well, Rabadon's the problem because that makes them do so much damage. No. If you buy a Rabadon's first item, you're not going to do that much damage. If you buy a RYLIAS first item, and then you get up some penetration, then you're killing someone. Why is RYLIAS so strong? Why is Banshee Veil so strong? Why is ZONYAS so strong? Why is Void Staff so fucking strong? And why are they so cheap compared to the other AD items? Why does freaking ZONYAS give more magic pen than a Lord Dominic's for less money, but also it does less damage? Why? Oh god, why? Like, again, if you take Edge of Night and compare it to Morello, I even have this open here, the spreadsheet. Like, if I remove the note, you have Edge of Night giving you 25 health and 55, attack damage, and then 18 pen, basically, which is lethality. And then you have this gold, for the exact same price, gives you freaking 25 more damage, gives you 50 more health, for 3 less pen. But it also gives you Grievous Wounds. Or if you want to add, I don't know, an extra 100 gold, then you get Leandre's Torment, which is the exact same. So it's, again, 25 more damage, 50 more health, but it also gives you 10% bonus damage versus everyone if you've been fighting for more than 2 seconds. And it also gives you a percentage health burn on every spell. Why can't I add 100 gold to Edge of Night to give it, I don't know, 70, 80, 30 HP or 300 HP, and then, I don't know, remove the lethality, but make so my auto attacks have a percentage health burn on them? Oh, because that would be broken. Then why do AP characters get that? But G3, AP characters can't attack constantly because their spells are on, cooldown. So, like, they don't have consistent damage. Tell that to Cassiopeia. Bitch has no cooldowns. But her miasma, her W, has a long cooldown. So does her ultimate. It's only her Q and E, which is the main source of damage, that has a low cooldown. I don't know, say that to, I don't know what other champions spam spell. You have Cartus, Q and E is on constantly, you have W, which is magic penetration, plus the magic penetration that you have otherwise, plus an AoE ultimate, plus when you kill him, he can still kill you. You got Silas, that bitch spam spells. You got, I don't know, fucking, you get my point. Why are AP items so much stronger than AD items for no particular reason and still cheaper? I would be fucking fine with AD items. God damn it. I would be fucking fine with AD items being more expensive than AP items if they AD items were about the same strength, or, a bit like about the same strength, or like had some extra things. Because, you start with bonus AD. But why, oh god, why do they get an item like RYLIAS Crystal Scepter that gives 90 fucking damage for 2,600 gold? It's so cheap. It's so cheap. Imagine if they knocked 600 gold off a Black Cleaver. Legit, everyone would buy Black Cleaver. Why do you think most fucking mages buy RYLIAS? Because it's so cheap and does so much damage. Please. Help me. Oh god, help me. If you want the TLD version, I'm gonna put into... Here's the TLD version. Why do mages / sorcerers / AP casters have items that are better than for fighting AP casters who also do damage? Why do the problem have better solutions for themselves than other classes while still having more damage in those solutions than other classes? Imagine if a tank had an item that would give them tank but also do more damage versus tanks. Why would that item not be, I don't know, on an AD carry or something that's built on bursting tanks? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are AP items better at fighting AP damage than other characters? Well, that's because mostly AP characters fighting AP characters in the mid lane. Yeah, but then that's fine. That's really fine. I'm fine with AP characters having better AP items or magic resist items because they're fighting AP. But why are they allowed to go top lane? Why are they allowed to go support? I don't want to see a fucking top lane Cassiopeia. I don't want to see a support Brand. I don't want to see a support Syra. Why? Oh god, why? Answer me. Riot, please. I'm a nobody, but I want to know. Why is there no magic resist items that ADs can buy that are about the same tier as magic resist items that AP characters can buy? For the same cost. Give me a Banshee Veil. Give me a ZONYAS axe or something. Give me, I don't know, something. Just to, like, catch up. And I don't want it to be 700 gold more expensive. I want it to be the same price. Or about the same stats. You shouldn't do more damage than me just because your items are better, because you picked a class that has better items. All classes should have about the same strength items. It shouldn't be like, oh, this class is better. Like sure, a support item is going to be probably worse than an AD item when it comes to damage, but their job isn't to do damage. Their job is to bring utility to a team fight. So why is it that one damage class has better items for doing damage than another damage class? That's why I'm, taking mages in AD carries instead of mages and top lanes, or bruisers and junglers. Or, you get my point. Why are two different DPS classes so different? I don't get it. So please fix it.